Holy smokes, a whole day of listening to Mike Duffy, and honestly, my head is about to explode. I barely know where to begin. Mike Duffy took the witness stand in his own defense today against, I think, most of the betting by this point, except that when everybody in his contingent arrived in particularly nice clothes, we all, sort of thought maybe we were wrong and he was going to take the box. And it was less sort of testimony than it was a kind of effluence, flowing like a... This is a man who's pretty fragile health. He has serious heart problems, diabetes, osteoarthritis, liver issues, takes 14 prescriptions a day, sleeps with a CPAP thing, one of those masks that pumps air into your lungs so you get enough oxygen. And yet, I swear to God, in the morning, for 2 hours, he didn't draw a breath. He just talked. It was all about his background and what a good old PEI boy he is, and all his family history, everything, not just his grandparents, but his great-grandparents and their great-grandparents, where they came from and how they too have roots in PEI, yada, 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 on and on it went. In the afternoon, things switched a bit, and he began to participate in a more traditional examination in chief, where his lawyer, Don Bain, would ask him questions, and he still gave lengthy answers, but it was much more of a to and fro. A couple of things. We haven't nearly got to the magic stuff yet. We haven't got to the nub things. We've just, in his evidence, got to the point where he's been appointed a senator in December of 2008. However, he's already shown a remarkable ability to put a unique Mike Duffy spin on things. For instance, and this is my favorite of all the gems, he said that about the time that he was approached by the Prime Minister, then Prime Minister Stephen Harper, to see if he would be interested in the Senate seat, CTV, where Mike Duffy was then working, had laid off a whole bunch of people. And he said, you know, Mr. Bain, I don't know if you've ever been through a big corporate layoff. He said, the layoffs are hard for the people affected, but they're hardest. They really kill the people who survive them and who have to keep on working. And it was, again, that background, he said, that when the Prime Minister sort of floated the idea of a potential Senate seat, that he went home, he wasn't interested, not at all, no siree, bub. He'd think about it, but he wasn't interested. Well, it took him like hours to decide, yes, he would take it. And he said that he and his wife, Heather, discussed it that very night. And he said, Heather said, you know, Mike, if you retire from CTV early, that'll leave more money for the bean counters, and maybe you can save the jobs of some young journalists. Are you freaking kidding me? Taking a Senate seat was an act of self-sacrifice. And that's the Mike Duffy I know and love.